Hi, I'm Tonia Caruso. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers, working to end domestic violence and domestic abuse. Joining us in our studios this half hour is Rhonda Fleming. She's the Education Director from the Women's Center and Shelter of Greater Pittsburgh. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So when we begin to talk about this issue, how prevalent is domestic violence and domestic abuse?
It's very prevalent, more than we want to think about sometimes. Actually, in the United States, 4 to 6 million women are abused annually, and unfortunately, over 2,000 are murdered annually in the United States. So it's a really prevalent issue.
And the Women's Center and Shelter, you really help on so many levels, and let's talk about that a little bit.
Certainly. I like to make sure we say that we have a hotline number, because that's one of the first avenues for victims of intimate partner violence to get in contact with us. So calling our hotline number, which is a 24-hour number that someone may call with just a question, they're not sure, they just want some answers, or they may need just a vent. That's a good place to start. And of course, we have a shelter, which is an emergency crisis shelter. And usually women come when they're in fear for their lives, and they come and they stay at the shelter, and they can bring their children with them if they have to do that. We have an empowerment center, which a lot of people don't know about. That's for women who may be in an abusive relationship, but not at a point where she fears for her life, but needs to come in. So she comes for a weekly group, and then she learns more information and makes decisions from there. So that's some of the programs we have.
And you do offer so much, and so as we continue to talk, we're putting on the screen website, phone number, Facebook, all these places folks can go for more information. You're in the middle now of a big awareness campaign, and let's talk about that and why that is so important.
You know what? We actually did an assessment, Tonia, and we found out a lot of people didn't know about us. So we serve over 250 families a year, but there was still a lot of people in our immediate region who don't know about us. So the awareness campaign was to say, we know there are more people who need help, that need to reach out to us, so we want to let you know here we are.
I hear your radio ads now, and there's a guy, and he sounds so creepy as he gives this rhyme basically talking about keeping his wife in check. And what do you hope that impact will be in the community?
That someone will hear that and realize that's their story, that's what they're living, and realize that there is somewhere to call, there is someone that they can contact.
Right. And at the same time, though, while the big focus is women, you've also started to work with men as well.
Yes, we do. We have a program, and it's Men Embracing Nonviolence and Safety. It's an acronym for MENS. And actually, men can come to that program on their own accord. And I really invite men and others to look at our website so they get an opportunity to see some of the vignettes. This week, a vignette came out from a man who completed the program, and he's telling his story. And it is powerful, but it's also very honest, very real. So I encourage people to really take a chance to look at that website, because you can do it in your home, in your own private time.
All right. This topic in general is uncomfortable, it's intimidating. So someone who's going through this situation may be so fearful to call. And what do you want to say about taking that first step and calling for help?
That it is your choice. No one can make you or force you, but it's very important. Even making the first step and taking a phone call doesn't obligate you to do anything else. It's just to give you some awareness, options, and a choice to make healthy and safe decisions.
Yeah. And what is it like for you when you see someone who has come in and has used the shelter and then is on the other side of this situation?
I can't explain it. I can't put it in words to find out when someone is really in safety. And we do have women who call back and share their stories. We also have women who call back and say, can I give back? Can I volunteer? And that's really touching.
Right. And on those two levels, volunteers and donations, always needed?
Always needed. And you can get that information on our website as well.
Well, Rhonda, we thank you so much for coming in and spending some time with us today. A really important message. Thanks for your time.
Thank you again.
You're welcome. I'm Tonia Caruso. Thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We'll send you back now to HLN.